We have reached the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start. .25-yard line. Here's the handoff. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the left side. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a 1st down.
We'd love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face 3rd down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Delivers quickly to the left side. What a catch! They'll earn the 1st down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to the 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to throw yet again. The pass rush closing in. Using his legs on the scramble. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Chris, you have all week to kind of find the matchups that you want. They clearly wanted to go after this defensive back. They looked at it, first drive of the game. They make the throw. It's just a poor decision, in my opinion, by this quarterback, and it cost him.
To the air, it's St. Clair. First play taking a deep shot. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They get him down, but that was the kind of explosive chunk play this offense has been looking for.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So one enormous play has this offense inside the 30. Let's see if they can cash in this scoring opportunity. Trying to find room. It's Jackson. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. To the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Play fake, looking to throw. QB to the tight end for a completion. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Here we go, third down close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. On fourth down, out comes the field goal team. It'll be a 24-yard attempt, should be automatic. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start at 25. USC offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
You set it down to the offense, 1st and 10.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, on the completion. The Buckeyes come to the line in a hurry up. First and goal, handoff. Stop for no gain. Defense very stubborn here down near the goal line. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. Makes it second down and goal from the 5. They're going to run the option. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boy, they go with the quarterback option here, and the play just didn't seem to feel like it had much of a chance. The execution just off. You got to either keep that or pitch it. He was a little bit hesitant and allowed the defense to get to him.
So a huge play to start the drive and get in scoring position, but now it's third and goal. He keeps it on a design run. He's swarmed by the defense.
All right, now what are you going to do here? You have enough confidence in your offense to punch it in from the 1? These are the kind of scenarios you practice over and over during the week. This head coach has got a big decision here to make.
Comes the 4th down play. Offense in the Wildcat. And the defense on alert. And it's a direct snap. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Has the first down and more. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? They bring him down. The Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down. Direct snap. Breaks through the tackle. And he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. That'll do it for the first quarter of play. Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. We've reached the end of 1 in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Play fake, looking to throw. The receiver grabs it. Jukes past the defender. He's in the clear. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He fires downfield. He makes the grab. Tackled right after the catch, but the offense is now in the red zone.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
How about this play by the quarterback, putting his body on the line here? But that's the kind of thing that endears you to the fans, the staff, and more importantly, to his teammates. At the end of the day, the quarterback doesn't want to look back on the game and say,
Loaders into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And the point after is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards into the end zone. Steps out at the 22, not quite where it would have been spotted had he just taken a knee. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Completion makes it second and medium. To the air, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab, it's Jackson. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice game. They're getting closer to the 50.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
And he goes nowhere. Stop pulled behind the line of scrimmage.
Great recognition and discipline here by this defense on that touch pass. You know, these touch passes can be a real test on that defense, and they passed this test with flying colors, blowing that play up.
Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Back to throw again. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a man down the middle. And they get the conversion there. Set up now first down at the 38.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
And looking to throw now on first down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
To throw, it's St. Clair. Pulls it in, it's Jackson.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more in that play.
Short in the 7th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Close to the tight end. He He's wide open. Look out. Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. Quarterback drops back. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
That's a big sack by this defense here on 1st down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a 1st and goal situation.
Red zone's been a struggle. 3 points in 3 possessions down here. Can they find the end zone on 2nd and goal? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Catch made on the right side. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. The Buckeyes will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Launching one to the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. 4th and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that will help them pick up this 1st down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
They pass up the chip shot field goal attempt. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Ohio State.
Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Timeout, USC.
They pass up the chip shot field goal attempt. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Moves out of the pocket. Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. So with playoff pressure for the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the left side. Breaks loose at the 45. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. One explosive play has set them up at the opponent's 40. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. He gets loose. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Pass ball is incomplete. There's a flag down. Did the receiver push off to get separation? So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Here comes a gamble. Offense on the field, going for it on fourth down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
USC.
Offense rolling the dice on this fourth down call. Looking for a man. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackled immediately, but not before he gets the ball inside the 20.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. He just throws the ball away there and leaves to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Looking for a receiver. Gets made on the out route. The Salt were able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
And the Trojans are in the red zone. And he'll drop back here on third down. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Steps out of bounds after a solid gain, which sets up a first and goal for the offense.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
And he'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, USC. So what happened there? The defense just lost track of the tight end down the goal line.
I don't know. I don't know if they were just so focused on defending the goal line, they just completely forgot about the tight end. That'll be probably the easiest touchdown throw and catch of the game we see all day.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the first first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Looking deep to the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Back-to-back deep shots. Pass incomplete, very nearly intercepted that time.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Following the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 39. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looking to scramble. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. He missed it. Off target that time. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
Looking to throw it on first down. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. He goes down quickly, but comes up with a nice interception.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. That strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
You know, a lot of times you see teams go up-tempo when they've got momentum that comes off to a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Great job by this defense once again on that 3rd down, and now we get to 4th down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on 4th down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football and putting it in field position.
Touchdown, Trojans. The special teams strike in this playoff game. Enormous moment. You're trying to win a playoff game, Kirk. What a boost to get a touchdown off a punt return here.
Yeah, you're right. You're talking about trying to advance to the national championship. It comes down to plays like this that give you a chance to possibly get there. Huge return, great blocking up front to eventually take that one all the way back for a touchdown.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, he makes the catch! And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Taking a deep shot here to the right. The outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
What a great job here by the defender on a deep ball downfield. One of the toughest things to do is get your head turned back, locate the football. He does it perfectly and bats it away.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Short connection to the tight end here. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
He's looking deep down the middle. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
The offense takes a big shot here downfield. I thought they may have a chance, but the defender makes an unbelievable play to get a hand on the ball and knock it away.
Second down after the incompletion. Design quarterback run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Looking to pass. It's Reed. Pressure is coming. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And we'll see what he can do on the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Oh, they trapped him for a sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set to some of those greats.
Those big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. He finds some space. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down. And the Trojans will have to kick it away. And the offense forced to punt for the first time tonight. And here's the return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Will not be brought down. Nearly took it all the way. They finally grab him. Lucky to give up field position and not points there. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And the single back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. A gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's fourth down.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on third down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
Fourth down, he's throwing for it. He escapes the pocket. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
That's how you take advantage of outstanding field position. Starting in plus territory makes it very easy for this offense to be able to get down close to the goal line and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Oh, man, that was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on the two-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Trojans offense is back out on the field. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. He lets it rip. The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. And this pass is on target. They get it down, but the game moves the ball up to the 36. Fresh center downs for the offense after that first down completion.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive court.
And looking for a big play here. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Breaks into the open. Now the 40, the 30. They'll finally catch him. That's a huge return. They get the takeaway and set the offense up in great position.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Back to throw. It's Reed. Moves out of the pocket. Fires it on the move. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
They look to throw it here on second down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the move now. They'll try a pass here. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
4th down try so far. We'll try it again here. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Turns it loose downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Can't reach the goal line. They tackle him inside the 5. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. The defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. Second down and goal. Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Now it's 3rd down and goal for the offense. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Bringing pressure. Looking to scramble. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Tremendous protection. There's bound to be somebody open. Now just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you got to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today, Kurt.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
And he grabs it in the end zone for a successful 2-point try.
Chris, I just love the call here in the second half. You're up by a point. Why not go for 2? Push it to a field goal game. Good call by the head coach. I'll tell you what, this is going to be an interesting finish. We got a good one on our hands here, Chris.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 24. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. And he can't hold on light in his hands, and he dropped it.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Short throw complete to the tight end. You make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They're going to run it. Powers through.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Trojans pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He escapes the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Now it's second down here. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Interesting decision to go with a screen pass here in the fourth quarter, trailing. I think the defense is aware that you're going to be back there throwing the football, and they were locked in and anticipating that screen and kept it to a short gain.
And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this fourth down situation.
So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. And he drops back in the gun. Grab down the middle. It's Jordan. Oh, he did not make it. A big fourth down stop. A chance to claim the lead here, but it's a turnover on downs. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They're going to run it here. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Breaks into open space. He's in the clear. Out past the 30. At the 10 now. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Oh, man, it's plays like this that make the defensive coordinator want to throw his headset. Or controller. I mean, he gets carved up on the ground by the quarterback. It's definitely frustrating. What a great job by the quarterback seeing the opportunity to not just pick up a big gain here, but take it in for 6 himself.
And they tack on the extra point. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage here. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. USC offense is back out on the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackle is made. There's a short gain, well short of the marker. And the Trojans will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Tries the right with a quick throw. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Breaks free. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Incompletion on first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 47. Handoff here from the shotgun. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Jordan. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. And the Trojans come to the line to try to first set it down. First down. Looking to throw the football. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Looking for 6. Oh, incomplete. He nearly threw a pick in the end zone. 2nd down coming up.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking to chuck it again. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Great catch when they desperately needed it. That score makes things a lot more interesting here in the 4th quarter with a spot in the national championship game on the line.
This feels like a playoff game now. You can see it on the guys' faces. That was a momentum punch. Now the focus shifts to the opposition. Can they march down and answer, or will they whoop to the pressure?
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Chewing clock with the running game. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, about the only thing that went right for the offense there, Chris, is they kept the ball in bounds to try to keep that clock moving. The defense does their job. They're just trying to think of any way at all to get that ball out and get the ball back to their offense to have a shot here.
So the running play stopped on first down. Brings up 2nd and 10 from their 25. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. The pocket breaking down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
3rd and 10. They'd love to force another incompletion and preserve some clock. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Breaks a tackle in the clear now. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
And it's a direct snap. Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Second and long here. Looks like the defense is set up expecting a run call. Looking for a gap. It's Rodgers. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, they try to run in here on second down, unable to get the first down. And now, late in a game like this, the big question, do you pass the ball potentially with an incompletion, the clock will stop, or do you play it safe and keep it on the ground?
Spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? Defense is coming after him. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They gain him down, but that first down should be enough to secure the win. They survive and advance to the next round of the playoff. The spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards. The spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? He's running out of time here. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play. The offense eager to keep this drive going. They're facing a 3rd and long from the 20 now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. Offense on the field trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. This might be for the ball game. The pass rush closing in. This pass is incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. That's it.